All right, let's just jump right in. If you're an independent artist, you know this feeling. You pour your heart and soul into making amazing music, but then what? Then comes the real challenge, getting people to actually hear it. It's the core struggle for so many of us, and today we're gonna break down a system to actually tackle it.
So where are we getting this from? We're breaking down the system from the OOToplay Independent Playlist Pitching Kit. And what I love about this is that it's not just theory. This is a system that was built from real-world experience, from actual submissions and real placements. We're getting the lessons from someone who has actually been in the trenches, doing the work.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're gonna start with the big challenge, then bust some major myths that hold artists back. After that, we'll get into finding the right curators, crafting the perfect pitch, and then wrap it all up with a 30-day action plan you can actually use. Simple, right? Let's go.
All right, so let's picture this. You've finished your masterpiece, you've uploaded it, and now you wait. The whole world of playlist pitching can feel like you're just shouting into the void. It's confusing, it can be super demoralizing, and honestly, it's just full of dead ends. This is where so many talented artists get stuck.
But here's the core idea, the whole mindset shift we're going with today. Playlist pitching, it's a numbers game for sure, but there's a huge skill component to it. It's not just about getting lucky or being discovered. No, it's a combination of smart strategy and consistent effort. It's a game that you can absolutely learn to play and win.
Okay, so before we build up the right way to do things, we have to tear down all the bad advice that's floating around. Let's clear out all those myths that waste artists' time, their money, and, let's be real, their sanity.
First up, this one's a classic, the spray and pray method. Just submit everywhere and hope something sticks. It seems logical, right? More shots on goal, better chances? Wrong. It's actually the fastest way to get completely ignored. Curators talk to each other, and once you get a reputation for being a spammer, it's really hard to shake. Quality over quantity is the absolute rule here, period.
All right, myth number 2. You need a high-priced PR firm to get anywhere. The reality? PR firms can charge anywhere from $500 to $2,000 a month with absolutely zero guarantees. But those independent curators, the ones running playlists because they just love music, they're often way more accessible. You don't need a huge budget, you just need a smart pitch.
And oh man, this is a big one. The idea that landing on a massive Spotify editorial playlist is the only thing that matters. But think about it. Getting on a really well-curated, independent playlist, maybe one with just 5,000 to 50,000 followers who are really into your sound, that's gonna do so much more for building a real, genuine fan base. It's not about finding the biggest audience, it's about finding your audience.
Okay, with those myths officially busted, our path is a lot clearer. It's not about pitching to everybody under the sun. It's about pitching to the right people. So, how do we find them? Let's get into the toolkit.
So here are 4 platforms that are actually worth your time. First, you've got Unheard Music. It's great for data-driven discovery. The key there, fill out your artist profile completely. Every single field. Then there's Submit Hub for more targeted pitching, but you gotta be aggressive with your filters. Look for curators with like a 10-25% acceptance rate. Groover is awesome, especially if you're trying to break into European markets. And you know what? Never ever underestimate good old-fashioned direct outreach. Searching Reddit and social media can help you build real relationships with those micro-curators who are super passionate.
Now, just as important as knowing where to go is knowing where to run from. If you see any service that guarantees placements for a fee or promises you a specific number of streams, just run. If they can't tell you what playlists you'll be on before you pay, that's a huge red flag. These are almost always bot farms, and they are absolute poison for your Spotify account.
And this really brings us to a critical point. No placement is better than a fake placement. Seriously, why? Think about it from Spotify's perspective. If your song gets thousands of streams but 0 saves, 0 shares, 0 adds to other playlists, what does that tell the algorithm? It tells Spotify that real people hear your song and immediately skip it. It can absolutely kill your track's momentum. It is just not worth the risk.
All right, so you've done the hard work. You've found a list of high-quality, totally legitimate curators. Now comes the moment of truth. What on earth do you actually say to them? This is where that skill component we talked about really comes into play. Every great pitch, and I mean every single one, has these 5 parts. 1, the specific opener. You have to reference their playlist to show you've actually listened. 2, the one-line intro. Super quick, who you are and your sound. 3, the track pitch.
This is the why your song fits their vibe. 4, the easy ask. You're asking for consideration, not begging for a favor. And 5, the clean close. Thank them and sign off. That's it. It's a formula that shows respect and that you've done your homework.
And this right here, this is a perfect example of what not to do. Hey, I'm an independent artist, and I think my music would be perfect for your playlist. Please check out my song. I mean, you can just feel how generic that is, right? It screams copy and paste, it's all about what the artist wants, and shows zero connection to the curator's work. This gets deleted instantly, 99% of the time.
Okay, now look at the difference here. Hi name, I've been following your late night acoustic playlist. The run from song A into song B in particular hits differently at 2 a.m. See? It's personal. It names the playlist. It mentions specific songs. It shows genuine appreciation before it even gets to the ask. This is the kind of email a curator is actually excited to open. This is how you show respect, and this is what gets results.
So, we've got the strategy, we've got the tools, but none of that matters if you don't put it into practice. So the final piece of the puzzle is turning all this into a consistent habit. Let's break it down into a real, concrete, week-by-week plan you can start, like today.
And this isn't about just blasting out 50 pitches in a single day. That's not the plan. Week 1 is all about research and building your target list. That's it. Week 2, you send out your first wave of super personalized pitches. Then in week 3, you look at the responses or lack of responses and you refine your approach. And finally, week 4 is for a single, polite follow-up and logging your results. It's all about consistency over volume, every single time. Okay, so after you do all this work, what does success actually look like? This is so important because we need to have realistic goals. This isn't about getting on every single playlist you pitch. It's about getting on the right ones.
So let's just look at the raw numbers here. Out of 50 really well-written, targeted pitches, you should realistically expect a response rate of maybe 10 to 20%. And from there, if you get a placement rate of 3 to 8%, that's a massive win. That could mean landing 2 to 5 high-quality placements. And trust me, those few amazing placements will do more for your music than you can possibly imagine.
So there you have it. We've busted the myths, we've gone over the tools, we've built the perfect pitch, and we've laid out a 30-day action plan. The only thing standing between your music and a whole lot more listeners, it's a system. And now you have one. So the only real question left is, what song are you going to pitch first?